Welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on the ultra-rare Monticello Jefferson nickels, or just a fan of history and treasure hunting. You're in for a treat. We're counting down the top 10 Monticello Jefferson nickels that are not just rare, but are worth big bucks in today's market. So, let's get started. First up, the Monticello Jefferson nickels, particularly the 1962 coins with a D mint mark. These 5-cent treasures are not just ordinary coins, they have a unique color shade, condition, and rarity that can make them quite valuable in today's market. So, if you're a collector or just curious about rare coins, stick around. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, on the reverse. Over the years, this nickel has undergone several design changes and mint variations. The 1962 version, particularly the one minted in Denver, is one that has garnered significant attention in the numismatic community. Now, let's talk specifically about the 1962 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark. Minted in Denver, this coin carries a significant historical weight and is sought after by collectors. What makes it particularly interesting is its rarity and the unique color shades it can display. When it comes to nickels, color can play a vital role in determining value. The 1962 nickels can exhibit a range of color shades from a standard silver to a more yellowish or even reddish tint due to the alloy composition. These variations often arise from the way coins interact with the environment over time. The condition of the coin is also paramount. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A coin in MS condition can be worth significantly more than one in average condition. For instance, uncirculated coins, those that show no signs of wear and retain their original luster, can fetch prices that are well above average market value. The rarity of the 1962 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is a key factor in its market value. Although millions were minted, only a fraction survive in excellent condition, making those that do highly sought after. As of today, coins in pristine condition can be valued at $400,000, while those in lesser condition can still bring in a decent sum, anywhere from $300,000, depending on wear and other factors. It's essential to keep an eye on auction results and recent sales to gauge current market trends. For example, a 1962 D Jefferson nickel in uncirculated condition sold recently at auction for over $1,000, demonstrating how valuable these coins can be. In conclusion, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is not just a piece of change, it's a slice of history and a potential investment. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for these valuable coins could pay off. If you have any 1962 nickels or other rare coins, share your experiences in the comments below. Next up, the 1943 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark. If you've ever stumbled upon one of these in your change, or are simply curious about its value in today's market, you're in the right place. To understand the value of the 1943 Jefferson nickel, let's start with a little background on the coin itself. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. This nickel features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. But did you know that 1943 was a unique year for this coin? The US was in the midst of World War II, and there was a significant metal shortage. This led to some interesting changes in the minting process. In 1943, the San Francisco Mint produced nickels with a large S mint mark. This is significant because, while most 1943 nickels were struck in a standard composition of copper and nickel, some were minted with a special formula. The large S indicates that the coin was produced in San Francisco and only a limited number were made. This rarity contributes heavily to its value today. The large S mint mark distinguishes it from other 1943 nickels, making it a sought-after item among collectors. When assessing the value of a 1943 Jefferson nickel, collectors pay close attention to its color and condition. Most coins exhibit a grayish tint due to the metals used, but the most valuable examples have a distinct silver hue, which is a result of their unique minting process. So, what is the current market value for a 1943 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a large S mint mark? It varies based on condition, but in general, these coins can range from $300,000. Recently, we've seen examples sell for anywhere between $589,000, with the most pristine examples hitting upwards of $855,000 or more. It's crucial to keep an eye on auction sites and local coin shows to see how these values fluctuate. Also, remember to handle coins carefully. Use gloves to avoid fingerprints and store them in a safe place to maintain their condition. In conclusion, the 1943 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a large S mint mark is not just a piece of change, it's a collectible with a fascinating history and potential high value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keeping an eye out for this rare nickel can be rewarding. Next up, the 1953 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark. If you've ever stumbled upon one of these nickels or are curious about their value in today's market, you're in the right place. Let's start with a little background. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, created by renowned engraver Felix Schlag. This coin pays homage to Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and it features his portrait on the obverse side. The reverse showcases Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate, which is a symbol of his legacy. Fast forward to 1953, and we find ourselves looking at a unique year for the nickel. This year produced both Philadelphia and Denver mint varieties, but today we're particularly interested in the ones struck at the Denver mint, denoted by that all-important D mint mark. Now, let's talk about value. The 1953 D Jefferson nickel isn't just any nickel, it's a sought-after coin among collectors. While most nickels from this era are relatively common and may only fetch $50,000, certain conditions and features can significantly boost their value. In circulated condition, you might see these coins valued around $100,000. However, if you happen to have a coin in uncirculated condition or with a unique color shade, the value can skyrocket. The rarity of the 1953 D Jefferson nickel also plays a crucial role in its value. Coins that have retained their original luster and have few blemishes are considered high grade and can be worth anywhere from $200,000 or even more, depending on the specific characteristics of the coin. What collectors often look for are those unique color shades. Coins that exhibit a vibrant or unusual toning can attract premium prices in the market, sometimes reaching values of $270,000 or beyond, especially in well-documented sales or auctions. So, where can you sell or buy these valuable nickels? The market for coins is quite dynamic. Platforms like eBay, Etsy, and specialized coin auction sites provide great opportunities for both buyers and sellers. Additionally, attending coin shows and connecting with local coin dealers can also be an effective way to gauge the market. Keep in mind that market trends can fluctuate based on demand, so always do your research before making any transactions. In summary, the 1953 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. With proper care and knowledge, it can also be a valuable addition to your collection. Next up, the 1946 Jefferson nickel with the S mint mark in extra fine condition. We'll uncover what makes this coin stand out, why it's sought after by collectors, and most importantly, the big value it holds in today's market. First, let's take a close look at the 1946 Jefferson nickel. This coin is part of the Jefferson nickel series, which started production in 1938 and continues to this day. However, the 1946 version holds some significant historical value, particularly those minted in San Francisco, marked by the S mint mark. So, what's so special about the 1946 S nickel? Well, right after World War II, the composition of nickels changed. During the war, from 1942 to 1945, Jefferson nickels were made with a 35% silver alloy to conserve nickel for the war effort. In 1946, the U.S. Mint returned to the pre-war alloy, which was mostly copper with 25% nickel. However, S-minted coins from 1946 are still highly desirable, especially in extra fine condition, like the one we're talking about today. The shift back to regular production was a big deal, and for collectors, the year 1946 marks an interesting point in U.S. coinage. The The San Francisco Mint identified by the S Mint mark produced far fewer nickels than other mints that year. This makes the 1946 S Jefferson nickel much scarcer, especially in top conditions like extra fine. This coin is graded as extra fine, or XF, which means it's still in very good shape despite being over 75 years old. You can still see a lot of the intricate details of the Monticello building on the reverse, and Jefferson's portrait is sharp, though there's some slight wear. A coin like this really stands out in a collection. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin in extra fine condition will command a higher price than one in merely good or fine condition. Coins are graded on how much wear they show, and an extra fine grade coin like this 1946 S means it has seen some circulation, but still retains most of its original detail. So, what's the value of a 1946 S Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition today? Well, prices can vary depending on the market, but typically, these coins can sell for $200,000 in extra fine condition. The value increases if you have a higher grade or an especially well-preserved piece, sometimes fetching even more from serious collectors. According to recent price guides, the 1946 S nickel in extra fine condition can be a valuable addition to any collection. But here's something even more exciting. If you happen to find one of these coins in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows almost no wear, the value could easily jump up to $560,000 or more. As you can see, condition plays a huge role in determining the value. Even a slight improvement in the coin's grade could make a big difference in its market price. Of course, it's not just about the value. This coin tells a story. The design on the reverse of the Jefferson nickel features Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's Virginia estate, which adds a unique historical significance to these coins. For those who appreciate American history, coins like this are more than just currency, they're artifacts. At coin shows and auctions, Jefferson nickels, especially from the 1940s, are popular among collectors. The S Mint mark, which identifies coins struck in San Francisco, is a key factor for rarer finds, and the 1946 edition is no exception. This coin is definitely one to keep an eye on if you're into collecting Jefferson nickels or US coins in general. If you've got a 1946 S nickel in extra fine condition or any other valuable coins, make sure you take proper care of them. Use soft gloves when handling them to avoid oils from your skin causing damage. Storing them in protective holders is also a good idea to prevent any wear or damage over time. Now that we've explored the history, condition, and value of the 1946 S Jefferson nickel, what do you think? Do you have one in your collection? Or maybe you'll be on the lookout for one at the next coin show or auction. Either way, it's an exciting find that could bring both historical significance and financial value to your collection. Next up, the Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Thomas Jefferson's birth. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a profile of Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases his famous home, Monticello. Over the years, these nickels have become not just a means of trade, but also a fascinating part of American history. The 1940 version, in particular, is noteworthy for collectors due to its rarity and the quality of its design. Now, let's focus on the 1940 Monticello Jefferson nickel. What makes this coin special? The key is in the details: the mint mark. The S Mint mark indicates that it was produced in San Francisco, which makes it significantly rarer than its Philadelphia counterpart. This scarcity is what elevates its value in today's market. A 1940 nickel in very good condition, meaning it shows some wear but retains key details, can still fetch a decent price, especially if it's the San Francisco Mint version. A very good 1940 S nickel can range anywhere from $430,000 depending on the market and specific characteristics of the coin. However, if you have one in fine or extra fine condition, the value can jump significantly. The value of these nickels can fluctuate based on demand, condition, and market trends. Currently, the 1940 S nickel in excellent condition can reach upwards of $700,000, and for those in mint condition, we're talking even higher numbers, potentially exceeding $900,000. Haze values can change rapidly, so it's always a good idea to keep an eye on the market. Coin shows, auctions, and online platforms can provide insights into current prices. The 1940 Monticello Jefferson nickel is not just a piece of currency, it's a piece of history. Whether you're looking to invest or simply enjoy the beauty of coin collecting, this nickel offers both value and an exciting journey through America's past. Next up, the 1954 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. We'll explore its history, rarity, condition grading, and its significant value in today's market. So if you're a coin collector or just curious about valuable coins, stay tuned. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. This 5-cent coin features Jefferson's profile on the obverse and his beloved home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1954 nickel, like its predecessors, carries the same iconic design. However, it's important to note that this specific coin was produced at a time when America was experiencing a significant economic recovery post-World War II. Coin production during this era was steady, but certain years saw less minting of specific variations. Mint marks are crucial for coin collectors. They indicate where the coin was minted. For the Jefferson nickel, you'll typically find the mint mark above the Monticello building. The 1954 nickel can be found with mint marks from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco today. We're focusing on the Philadelphia issue, those without a mint mark. When assessing the value of a 1954 Jefferson nickel, a nickel graded as extra fine, typically denoted as EF, shows minimal wear with clear details, making it much more desirable to collectors. In fact, the condition of the coin can greatly affect its market value. A 1954 nickel in extra fine condition can fetch anywhere from $50,000, but keep in mind that coins in uncirculated condition can skyrocket in value. Now, let's talk numbers. In recent years, the value of the 1954 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark has fluctuated. As of now, it can range from $100,000 in lower grades to upwards of $210,000 for coins in uncirculated or high-grade conditions. But that's not all. Some rare errors and well-preserved examples have sold at auctions for significantly more. For instance, nickels with specific die varieties or those that show unique minting errors can attract collectors willing to pay a premium. To identify if you have a valuable 1954 nickel, start by examining its condition. Look for wear on the obverse and reverse and check for any mint marks. Use a magnifying glass to see the details more clearly. If you're unsure about the grade, consider consulting a professional coin dealer or using online resources. So, to wrap it up, the 1954 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a piece of change. It could be a valuable addition to your collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for this coin can be rewarding. Next up, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel, especially the one without a mint mark. If you've got one of these in your collection, stick around because we're going to uncover its history, condition grading, and its value in today's market. First off, let's talk about what makes the 1942 Jefferson nickel so special. This nickel was produced during World War II, a time when nickel was needed for the war effort. As a result, the U.S. Mint switched from the traditional nickel composition to a new formula that included silver. However, before this change, the 1942 coins included both nickel and silver, making them unique. Here's a close-up of the coin. The obverse features a classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famed estate. But pay attention, what we're specifically discussing today is the 1942 nickel that does not have a mint mark, indicating it was struck in Philadelphia. Now, why is this coin considered rare? The mint mark, or lack thereof, is significant. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically don't carry a mint mark, which can confuse collectors. The 1942 nickels with the P mint mark are more commonly found, but the no mint mark coins are harder to come by in excellent condition. On this chart, you can see the production numbers for the 1942 nickels. While millions were struck, the condition plays a crucial role in their value today. Most of these coins have circulated, meaning they can show significant wear. But if you happen to have one in extra fine condition, well, that's where the value skyrockets. So, what does extra fine mean? When we grade coins, we follow a scale from poor to mint state. An extra fine coin will show minor wear on the highest points but still retains a lot of detail and luster. Take a look at this comparison. The extra fine coin has clear lines and details, while the lower grades show more wear and fading. The more pristine your coin, the more valuable it is. Now, let's talk about money. In today's market, a 1942 Monticello nickel without a mint mark in extra fine condition can be worth anywhere from $350,000. However, if you're lucky enough to find one that has been graded higher, say in mint condition, the price can jump significantly. We've seen auctions where these coins can fetch $600,000 or more. Here's a look at some recent auction results to give you an idea of the market. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for high-quality specimens, so if you have one, it might be worth getting it appraised. If you're looking to buy or sell, consider checking out local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, or specialized numismatic auctions. Just make sure to research and compare prices before making a transaction. So, to wrap it up, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a remarkable piece of history and a valuable addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keep your eyes peeled for these hidden treasures. Next up, the 1941 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This small 5-cent coin holds incredible value and history, so let's explore why it's become such a prized possession for collectors and investors alike. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. The obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his famous estate, Monticello. Now, the 1941 nickel is particularly interesting because it's one of the earlier coins from this series that began to see an increase in value, especially in excellent condition. To give you a quick overview, the 1941 Jefferson nickel weighs 5 grams, has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The absence of a mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Philadelphia, which is significant because it's the only nickel in the series without a mint mark produced that year. During the 1940s, America was facing the challenges of World War II. The minting of coins was impacted as precious metals were being diverted for the war effort. As a result, many coins from this era became rare due to limited production. This makes the 1941 Jefferson nickel even more collectible today. Many coins were melted down for their metal content, but the Jefferson nickel managed to survive in greater numbers compared to other denominations. However, those that remain in excellent condition, particularly without any mint marks, are exceptionally rare. So, how much is a 1941 Jefferson nickel worth today? Well, its value can vary significantly based on condition. In circulated condition, you might find these coins selling for just a few cents. However, in excellent condition, particularly in uncirculated or near mint state, the value skyrockets. As of now, the value of a 1941 Jefferson nickel in excellent condition can range anywhere from $850,000 depending on factors such as grading, rarity, and collector demand. In fact, some rare specimens have even been auctioned for upwards of $900,000. In conclusion, the 1941 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is not just a piece of currency, it's a slice of American history that reflects the resilience and adaptability of our nation during trying times. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this nickel is a fantastic addition to any collection. Next up, the 1957 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This little 5-cent piece has a rich history and, believe it or not, a significant market value, especially if you find it in excellent condition. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, honoring the third president of the United States, while the reverse depicts Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate in Virginia. The 1957 nickel, in particular, is noteworthy for its simplicity and design. But what makes the 1957 nickel without a mint mark special? Let's dig deeper. Mint marks are small letters found on coins that indicate where they were produced. For the Jefferson nickel, the mint marks can be found on the reverse side, just to the right of Monticello. In 1957, nickels were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark, so coins from there are often referred to as no mint mark coins. This makes them rarer compared to their Denver and San Francisco counterparts. In recent years, uncirculated 1957 Jefferson nickels without mint marks have sold at auction for significant amounts, sometimes fetching between $600,000 depending on their condition and market demand. Let's talk about the market trends. The value of coins can fluctuate based on collector interest, economic conditions, and the overall availability of the coin. The 1957 Jefferson nickel has seen a steady increase in value over the past few decades, particularly among serious collectors looking for high-quality pieces. Many enthusiasts consider it a worthy investment. If you have a 1957 Jefferson nickel and want to determine its value, here are a few tips. First, examine the coin for any mint mark on the reverse. Then, check for signs of wear. Look at the details of Jefferson's hair and the building on Monticello. If they are sharp and clear, you might have a valuable piece. A magnifying glass can help you identify finer details and scratches that may affect the grading. If you're unsure about the grading process, consider taking it to a professional coin dealer or a numismatist for a second opinion. So, there you have it. The 1957 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a 5-cent coin. It's a piece of history with significant value, especially in excellent condition. Next up, the 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel with an S mint mark. This seemingly humble 5-cent coin carries significant value in today's market, especially when found in very good condition. Let's explore why this nickel is so valuable and what collectors are looking for. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag to honor one of America's founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. The obverse features a portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his famed home, Monticello. This design has become iconic, and the 1946 version is particularly noteworthy for a few reasons. In 1946, the U.S. Mint produced nickels at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint has a distinct mint mark P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. The S mint mark indicates that this nickel was produced in San Francisco, and coins from this mint are often sought after by collectors. Condition plays a crucial role in a coin's value. The 1946 S Jefferson nickel, when in very good condition, can fetch a significant price on the market. But what exactly does very good mean? In numismatic terms, it refers to coins that exhibit moderate wear but still retain some of their original details. Collectors look for coins with clear mint marks and minimal damage. Now, let's talk numbers. A 1946 S Jefferson nickel in very good condition can be valued anywhere from $300,000, depending on the current market demand. However, in some cases, coins in exceptional condition can go for much higher, with prices reaching $650,000 or more for uncirculated specimens. The market is dynamic, and factors like rarity, demand, and overall condition can greatly influence a coin's price. If you think you might have a 1946 S Jefferson nickel, here's how to identify it. First, check for the S mint mark located just above the dome of Monticello on the reverse side. Next, assess the condition. Use a magnifying glass to examine the surface for wear, scratches, or discoloration. Grading scales like the Sheldon scale can help you determine its quality. In conclusion, the 1946 S Monticello Jefferson nickel is not just a piece of change, it's a treasure for collectors and a fascinating part of American history. If you have one in very good condition, you may just have a valuable coin on your hands. Next up, the 1954 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark. So grab your magnifying glass and let's explore why this 5-cent piece is considered a valuable gem in today's market. First, let's talk a bit about the history of the Jefferson nickel. Introduced in 1938, this coin was designed by Felix Schlag and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, on the reverse. The coin was created as part of a redesign to honor one of America's founding fathers, and it has been a staple in American currency ever since. The Jefferson nickel has undergone several changes throughout the years, especially during the 1940s when the composition shifted due to wartime needs. But today we're focusing on the 1954 issue, which is particularly special for a few reasons. The 1954 Jefferson nickel with the D Mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, and it's notable for its scarcity in very good condition. While millions were minted, fewer have survived in excellent condition due to circulation wear and tear. To put it into perspective, the total mintage for the 1954 D Jefferson nickel was over 30 million. However, in the numismatic community, coins are often valued not just by their mintages but by their condition. In very good condition, these nickels can fetch a premium price due to their rarity. Today, you can expect to see these coins valued anywhere from $400,000 in very good condition, depending on market demand and auction results. However, if you find a higher grade version, like in fine condition or better, values can skyrocket, reaching upwards of $600,000 or more. Now, let's talk about market demand. The demand for the 1954 D Jefferson nickel is driven by both collectors who are completing their sets and investors looking for coins with potential for appreciation. Collectors often seek this coin to fill specific holes in their collections, while investors recognize its historical significance and rarity as appealing attributes. Interestingly, coins like the 1954 D are part of a broader trend in numismatics where vintage coins, particularly those with historical ties, are seeing increased interest. Auctions and coin shows have been buzzing with activity, and savvy collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins in good condition. If you're on the hunt for the 1954 Jefferson nickel, here are some tips. Always check the condition carefully, look for any signs of wear or damage, and if possible, acquire coins that are already graded by professional services. This can significantly affect your investment and provide peace of mind about the coin's value. Additionally, stay updated on the market trends through online resources and forums where collectors share insights. Joining local coin clubs can also provide access to knowledgeable individuals who can guide your collecting journey. In conclusion, the 1954 Jefferson nickel with the D Mint mark is more than just a 5-cent piece. It represents a significant chapter in American history and numismatics. Its rarity in very good condition adds to its allure, making it a valuable asset in today's coin market. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe for more numismatic insights. Comment below if you own any Jefferson nickels or if you have questions about coin collecting. Until next time, happy collecting.